So I saw the new anime series, My Hero Academia Vigilante, which is actually a prequel of the My Hero Academia anime series. And it is actually based on the same name, which is actually shows what actually happens before Isuku actually joins UA High, where we get to see three new characters who became heroes in their own way, but as vigilantes. So here is the review, which the episode begins with the same prologue where a child has started to glow, and that is when quirks were born. That began the hero society and the villain society. But there is another type of hero that can actually do justice in their own way, which they are called vigilantes, which they cannot be called heroes or villains, in which we saw one of the main characters named Koichi Hamarawi as he saw All Might in action, which he is a university student and he'd be late. So he uses quirk, slide, and guide to have him move around, which is a mobility type quirk. However, it only actually works on 3 feet and the tip of his hands and feet, which only the speed is like the motor scooter, in which it wasn't that great quirk to use, in which at one scene he was also distracted when another vigilante named Popstep, a self-proclaimed pop star, gave a performance on top of a street lamp. So he actually was late to work. So now we actually see how he was beaten by 3 bullies who made a ruckus in the store that he worked. Thus, he actually began a new life where he became a vigilante, where he helps people and take out the garbage, which is actually a good thing, which is not like a ordinary hero would have done. However, he confronted by Popstep again, where we knew how she using a leap type quirk. However, the 3 bullies that actually being Koichi, who actually now harassing him and Popstep. However, he was about to attack them, but he wasn't strong enough. That's when another main character named Knuckleduster actually appeared, which is almost sound like Knucklebuster, which he take care of the bullies, which he also checking on their tongues, which is kind of weird, where he actually made Koichi his student, even though he doesn't want to be a hero. But he needs him on his case that he's working on, where people take the drugs to enhance their quirk. Kind of like the helmet from My Hero Academia 2 Heroes movie, which the bullies was confronted by a villain who actually gave him the drugs, in which he actually goes around telling people to show them their tongues, but they're actually stopped when Aisawa, aka Eraserhead, actually appeared. So I actually enjoy the prequel and the first episode where we get to see 3 main characters, Koichi, Popstep, and Knuckleduster, as they go around becoming vigilantes rather than heroes, which is almost like Spider-Man was actually called a menace by James Jonah Jameson. So we actually knew how this began their adventures. So I cannot wait to see what's going to happen on the next episode next weekend. So anyway, like this video, subscribe for more, and comment what you think about the first episode. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and my Facebook page and Twitch. Until then, this is Anime Godray signing out. Laters.